Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Caleb. I'm the founder of Taurify. We are a marketing agency specifically designed to help painting businesses get more leads, get more estimates, and book more jobs. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the difference between the two main types of Google ads that you can run: Google local service ads and Google pay per click ads. Google can be pretty confusing, but today we're going to break it down nice and simple, and I'm going to go over the pros and cons of each one of them. But to make sure that we are super clear, first I'm going to jump into the computer here and show you exactly what the difference is between these two so that you can understand when we're going through these pros and cons here. So I'm going to show you exactly what your consumer will do when they are looking for painting services. They're going to look up in Google, either on their computer or probably on their phone, painting services near me, or best painting near me, or something like that. Okay, and there's going to be a Google ad that pops up here, right up here. I am in Macomb right now. So painters in Macomb, this is a sponsored ad. You can see this Google guarantee that LRM Painting has. Okay, Google guarantee is local service ads. They're the same exact thing. You cannot run Google local service ads without being Google guaranteed, and vice versa. You cannot be Google guaranteed without going through the local service ads verification. What this means is Google checks, does a background check on you, make sure you have updated insurance, licenses, anything that is needed to complete your job. They will check all of this. Once you are good to go, you will have this Google guaranteed badge. So local service ads are right up top here, right? This Google guarantee, you can see that this list of people has it. But if you are to go down here, you will see that some people don't have the Google guarantee. Like that one painter for Troy and Rochester, they got the Google guarantee. But these people just paint it. They do not have the Google guarantee. At least that's not how it's listed right now. So if you are a consumer and you are to pick between two businesses, they're completely identical, but one has this fancy Google guarantee checkmark and the other one does not, who are you going to pick? So this right here, the Google guarantee, there's basically two ways with local service ads that a customer can reach out to you. They can either call you or they can send you a message. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. That's pretty much it. This Google guarantee, this box right up here is local service ads, okay? Down here, under the sponsored and the maps and all this other stuff, this is Google PPC. This is pay per click. Okay, so local service ads, those are showing up right up top here. That's the first thing that's going to pop up when somebody looks for you on Google. Now, the next one is going to be Google PPC. Okay, it's going to be kind of down here before all of the other normal websites in my area here. So like, for example, the sponsored walls in all painting, they're running Google pay-per-click ads to help bring them up here. Okay, so the main difference is Google guarantee is going to show up right up top, and then PPC is pretty much everywhere else. So like, if you see ads on like the sidebar of a website or on YouTube or anything like that, that's all pretty much Google PPC. Whereas local service ads is pretty much only this box up here. All right, so that's the difference from the consumer's perspective. So let's go over the pros and cons of each one of these and kind of identify which one is the best fit for you, or maybe both are. Starting off with Google local service ads, okay, the ones that were right up at the top there with that Google guarantee. The pros of this is that there's not really a whole lot of advertising skill required in order to set these up. They're relatively easy to set up, and there's no special tracking or anything like that you need to do. They are definitely a lot less complicated than Google pay per click, okay? So if you're doing this on your own, I definitely would recommend starting with Google local service ads before you take on anything a little bit more serious, okay? So the advertising skill, it doesn't need to be that great. You don't need to be a wizard in order to do this. Another pro, and this is probably the biggest one for most people, is that you only pay per qualified lead that you get. So let me explain. If somebody looks you up and they see that Google guarantee and your ad there and they click on the call, and they call you and they ask for painting services, or they ask, a question about your services, it's a real person and a legit lead that you are advertising to. You will get charged for that. That doesn't mean that you don't get charged if they don't book the estimate or if they don't close on the job. But let's say you run a painting company and that person asks for roofing services. They say, hey, do you guys do roofing? It's not listed on your website, it's not listed on your services there, then you will not get charged for that. Google will dispute that call and you won't get charged for that lead. So if somebody calls you asking for a real legit service that you offer, that you have listed, you will get charged. If they don't, if they're asking for a job or something like that, then you will not get charged for that lead. And if you are not getting leads, if you're not getting messages or calls from the ads, you do not get charged. So it's not like Google pay per click where you're paying every time somebody clicks on your website or something like that. You're only paying when you get a lead. The next pro here is what we just saw. You show up literally right at the top of Google. So obviously that's pretty attractive. Who do you know that scrolls all the way down or to like the third page on Google to pick somebody? Most of the time, people are just gonna pick the top person or look at the top couple people on that list. So if you're not showing up at number one there, the consumers probably don't know you exist. Now, let's get into cons here. And there are a few drawbacks of Google local service. The first is that this is not gonna be like a huge volume of leads for you. I would expect a couple leads a month. You're not gonna get as many leads as Facebook or as Google pay per click, but the ones that you do tend to be pretty good quality. Most of the painters I talk to and I see, and ones that we manage, they get anywhere between 1 and 5, maybe some of the top ones like 7 to 10 calls a month, but it's not like you're getting a bazillion calls all the time from Google local service. Another con here is that you have to make sure that your appointment setter or your admin or whoever's answering the phone, if that's you, is on point. You need to pick up the phone, you need to do it quickly, and you need to answer every single call. The reason why is because if leads come in and you're not answering calls during your designated hours, Google is going to stop sending you leads. They put you in like a Google jail where they show the other consumers ads from your competitors and people that are answering the phone, because think about it like you are in Google's shoes here, okay? They don't want to send business to people that don't pick up the phone because it gives their customers, the people who are searching on Google, gives them a bad experience. So make sure to answer the phone during the times that are listed on your hours when your ads are shown. So if your ads are shown from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, please make sure you answer the phone during those times. Now, the last con is that there is a part of the setup that is a little bit challenging. It's more so annoying than anything. And that Google guarantee, you will probably have to update that and constantly check in on it to make sure that you still have the Google guarantee and your local service ads are still running. Now, they'll send you an email if there's an issue, but like, let me give you an example. They want to make sure that your insurance, your license, anything that you need in your area is on point and exactly how it should be. So sometimes there may be a little bit of back and forth between you and Google, and it can take anywhere between 1 and 3 weeks to get everything set up because they have to do the review, the background check. It's just like a little bit paperwork intense, and that can be annoying. But I will say this, that they are very good at customer service. There's a phone right there. You can call, usually talk to somebody within 10 minutes, and they can help you work through any issue that you may have. So their support is way better than like Facebook. Overall, great, low barrier to entry. I recommend this for most people. Even if you're doing something else, it's a great little add-on to bring in a couple extra leads a month. Next up is going to be Google Pay Per Click. Those are those second ads that I showed you. Now, a big pro of this is that you have more control over what's going on. You have more control over the people that are seeing your ads, how they're reaching out to you. Are you sending them to your website or a landing page, or are you directing them to call you? You have more control over what they do and what's going on. So this gives you a lot more freedom to really customize the ads based on what you like. And another big pro of this is that you're going to get a higher volume of leads in the door. You're just going to get more people reaching out, clicking on your stuff, going to your website, calling you. There will be more people because you're just kind of buying eyeballs opposed to just waiting for people to reach out. Now, it's still pay per click, but the transaction is pretty simple. If you spend more money, you get more leads. Not like local service ads where if you get leads, you spend money. Google pay per click, it's great, but it's just a little bit more advanced for a little bit bigger companies and people who have the budget to spend 50 or $100 a day on leads. And that kind of leads me into my list of cons here. The biggest one is that it's just more expensive. Google is an auction. The lead goes to the highest bidder. That's not the way that I wish it was, but that's the reality of the situation. Your competitors and those who are killing it in your area are probably the ones who are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on marketing every single month to get all of those leads and be the top people on that list. You are bidding against those people, and the person who pays the most for the lead gets the lead. So that can make it a little bit more challenging if you're in a super populated area with a lot of competition. But what I will say is that the leads that you are getting are going to be a lot higher quality. Overall, Google leads are just pretty high quality. Now, another con on this list for pay per click is that it can be a lot more challenging to set up, to organize. I would say compared to Google local service ads and Facebook ads, Google pay per click is the most challenging in order to set up. So if you're brand new at this, I don't know if I would just dive straight in. Definitely do your research or hire an agency to kind of take care of this for you. Overall, this is not a one or the other discussion. You can do both, and it's okay to do both. A lot of people do. What we do for our clients is we recommend some sort of combination between Facebook ads, Google pay per click, and Google local service ads. It just kind of depends on what's the right fit for them at this time and kind of what's the right fit for their business and kind of just what's going on in general. But if you want to find out what the best fit for you at this stage of business is, then click on the link below this video and book a discovery call with me. We can go over how you're getting leads for your painting business and then what we can do as an agency to improve that for you. We can run all your Google ads, run all your local service ads, and maybe add on Facebook as well. Just kind of depends on what's the best fit for you at this time. So if you want to see what it would be like to have us take care of all this for you, click on the link below and book a call with me. I'll see you soon.